welcome back to another episode of Ghosted with Chris and Paige. I hope I'm Paige. Hi.
And I'm Chris.
Woohoo! Today we have back the lovely Seltzer.
Hi.
Welcome. Oh,
It's nice to be here.
I'm so glad.
What do you have? What do we have on the docket today?
Today we have two glorious Reddit stories I have procured. Whoops,
You
I
have
can't speak.
procured some sweet Reddit stories.
I have.
Hell yeah.
I procured them 9 days ago, got permission, and I was like, woo, we're going to use them. And then went, when are we going to record them? Because we've been on a little recording journey. So now we can finally use them, and I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Because it's more fun to bring in friends.
Yeah.
Like, not that I don't love you, Dukes, but I like having friends to bounce stuff off of, too.
Ooh.
I know. I can't be the only one reacting to everything all the time.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I
then
mean?
it's just me who knows, and then it's awkward because I'm just like, well, did you know this? And you have to be, like, excited about it.
Every time.
I'm great at reacting. I got them natty reacts, bro. Just
There
like
we
that.
Oh, man. Is that what we're doing in 2021?
Woo!
Natty
My
react?
God. See, you couldn't even tell.
A big fat natty daddy. Yeah, you guys can't even see that at home right now. But Seltzer is literally just breaking out every time he's excited. He's actually in hives. It's quite literally.
Someone get the Benadryl now. Oh, so if we want to just jump right into it, we have from user Cheetah Girl 666. What up?
Sweet.
Wow, that's an
That's
awesome.
a loaded name, and I love it.
Yeah, go for it.
There's like just an extra Cheetah Girl member, and she's just the devil. She's a demon. Like,
Lucifina.
oh no. All right. Composure. My haunted college apartment.
Ooh.
I'll keep this as short as I can. Every year of college, I lived in a new apartment. My favorite apartment was where I lived my junior year. I moved into a house with random roommates about 5 minutes from campus. I instantly fell in love with the house. It was old with stained glass windows in the hallway and floral wallpaper my grandmother would have loved. I moved in May and was the only person in the house all summer. My housemates were staying in their hometowns, had jobs in the area, etc. My first creepy experience there was that summer. No, thank you. I'm by myself.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, is this first moving in?
Yeah, and like no one's in there yet because like summer. All right. Quick layout of the upstairs where 3 of the 4 bedrooms were. You walked upstairs, turned to the right, and walked up more stairs into the hallway. Directly in front of you is one room. Directly to the right is another. If you turn left down the hallway, my room was on the right, and the bathroom was directly at the end.
I feel like I'm already there.
Yeah, I can picture it. One of my housemates had come to the house for a couple of days to grab some clothes. I was out of the house most of the time she was there. One night, I slept at my boyfriend's and came back in the morning. She said she had left, so for the sake of staying cool, I would keep my bedroom door open and sleep naked since no one else was there.
Staying cool.
Staying cool, baby.
Understandable.
Right? And no one else is around. You got to do something.
It is the most comfortable way to sleep.
There you go. I woke up to my bedroom door shut. I was mortified imagining my roommate running back into the house for something and seeing me naked in bed while walking to the bathroom. I put my clothes on to find her and apologize, but she was not home. That night, I came out of my room to wash my face before bed. I opened the door to a dark hallway and my roommate's light I opened the door to a dark hallway and my roommate's light on seeping. All right, we'll cut this and I'll reread it.
Could you bring your mic a little bit closer?
Yeah, I just really hear myself in the mic, in the headphones. So I was like, whoo.
How about now?
That's better, thank you. That night, I came out of my room to wash my face before bed. I opened the door to a dark hallway and my roommate's light on seeping under the door. I knocked on her door, no answer. I continued my business in the bathroom when I heard the door creak behind me. I looked up in the mirror to see a head with blonde hair turning out of the bathroom and closing the door. I whipped open my door to an empty, dark hallway, and my roommate's light in her room turned off.
Hair. I don't think she knows anyone who's blonde in her house, especially since no one's there.
Yeah.
Well, she's thinking her roommate's there. Like, she's thinking her roommate came back. Bum, bum, bum. Needless to say, I was freaked out and rushed over to my boyfriend's to stay there for the night. I didn't come back to my apartment for about a week. Same girl.
Yeah, no, that would freak me out.
Right?
I wondered, did she see it maybe just peeking around the corner, like as it's leaving, or was it literally just a head and nothing else?
I think just
Oh, that would be way worse
That
if there
would
was
be
just
if
be
there's
a
a floating head, I'd be
disembodied
upset.
blonde.
I would definitely go stay at my boyfriend's house for a week after
Right?
that.
Like you're just in your bathroom doing your business. All of a sudden you look in the mirror and there's just someone walking behind you.
No.
Yeah,
No,
None
that
for
place
me,
would be up
thanks.
for lease.
Needless to say, I was at my boyfriend's house for a week. Okay. I finally got the nerve to come back and stay the night in my own bed. I would always sleep with the blinds drawn over my windows, with one window slightly cracked for air. But when I jumped awake in the middle of the night, for seemingly no reason, my blinds were drawn all the way to the top. In a sleepy haze, I figured I forgot to close them before I passed out. I drew them down again and went back to sleep. I woke up 3 more times at night, each time the blinds were all the way up. And again,
I hate that.
me too. And again, I was a scaredy cat and slept at my boyfriend's the next night.
I would have climbed out the
Yeah.
window, gone to boyfriend's. Come here, Romeo. That is absolutely. I've got a peeping Tom ass ghost who's also got a luscious head of blonde hair. We've got Fabio sneaking peeks out here in college apartments.
But wait, at least they
my.
closed the door when they were naked. So like that was respectful.
Is that a courtesy? Because they still have to see something.
I mean, I feel like it'd be a courtesy. Like, oh, like let me close this real quick.
Maybe they thought they were covering their tracks. Oh yeah, this would be closed. No one sleeps naked with the door open.
I would too. Yeah, no, I would be like, ah.
The ghost just couldn't remember if it opened the door or not.
Shit.
I don't know what to do now. The next the next night I slept there, I had a dream. I was looking into my room and all of my furniture and belongings were floating an inch above the ground. In my dream, I ran to my housemate and asked for help. She walked into my room and her eyes turned white. She threw her head back and screamed, and all my furniture flew to the ceiling. I ran out of there, jumping into my car and driving down the street. But when I turned to look at my windows from the street, I saw 2 dark shadows standing there looking at me. I remember driving in the dream across town to my boyfriend's, and as soon as I stepped out of the car, I went back into my room.
Oh, jeez.
This repeated a few times. I woke up in a sweat and felt like I was being watched. No, thank you.
Yeesh.
When you wake up when you feel like you just had a workout, that is a really messed up feeling because you're like, why am I drenched?
You know what gets me? You guys ever have the falling dreams where you wake up and you
Bruh.
hit your bed? I hate that. I hate that so much. And I'm just like, my heart's racing. I'm like, I must have fell 5 feet by now. I must have been levitating because I'm obviously a witch or something. And I was just floating in my sleep and I have fallen
As
hard.
you do.
As one does, yes.
I once fell off my bed in my sleep. I woke up on the ground. I was
Same.
like, I don't know how this happened.
I have rolled off my bed many a time. And one time so badly because there was a bucket next to my bed, like a metal bucket. And I rammed my rib right into it and there was a nice big dent.
Oh my gosh. I was just going to say this must not have been recent because like your mattress is on the floor. So you don't have far to fall at this point.
Oh shit, I fell 2 inches onto a bucket.
Oh no.
Buckets, my one weakness.
Oh no. At least you didn't kick the bucket. Thank you. I'll give you guys your checks for laughing later. Thank you. All right.
The Venmo will be in your inbox.
Hey, there it is. All right. After the summer ended and my housemates moved back in, I didn't have any more encounters. I would hear footsteps when no one else was home, and sometimes my blinds would be in a different spot than where I left them. But I no longer felt scared. But I always would get creeped out by my hallway. Anytime I had friends over, someone would tell me my house is haunted, and I agree. My housemates and I were hanging out one night when I told them all of my experiences. They said they felt stuff in the house too, but never saw anything like I did. When I was moving out, I brought this up to my landlord. He said I was not the first person to say that they felt ghostly experiences, never threatening, but scary. Which is
Never a good thing.
No, which is exactly how I felt. He said mostly people in my room. He said it's mostly people who are in my room who talk about rogue footsteps, bumps in the night, and you guessed it, the blinds moving by themselves.
No.
So now we have a report. We have
We have
proof.
multiple people being like, oh yeah, by the way,
My blinds.
Fabio, the peeping Tom over there, is trying to sneak a peek.
Oh God.
Or they just really, 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 really have something about keeping the blinds open all the time.
It is too gloomy in this room.
We need the natural light.
Where am I going? He mentioned a couple lived in the house for over 60 years and lived in my room. Remember the two shadows in the window? He didn't say how they passed or why they moved out, but the look on his face seemed like he really knew but didn't want to tell me. Oh, that's even worse. Like, oh, if you don't have a poker face, just tell me then. Just tell me. I just need to know. Because now I'm going to wonder. Maybe one of them died there. Maybe they both did. Regardless, the experience has greatly shaped the way I understand ghosts and energies. Before I left, I wrote a little note in my closet to respect the ghosts and that they are not looking to hurt you, at least as far as I can tell.
That would scare the shit out of me.
I just move in. It's like,
By the way, this is haunted, but they won't hurt you.
You're scared as shit.
Just watch the blind. It's okay.
You should probably get different type of blinds. Maybe you should get one of those blackout like cloth.
Like a curtain?
Yes. Yes, that would be perfect.
Like I have a blanket over mine instead of like curtains or anything.
Or
there you go.
There's one other thing. Maybe the ghost had plants. And they were like,
stop squishing my plants.
you're killing my ghost plants. I don't think you understand.
Maybe.
They need sunlight regardless of their ghostly...
They have little succulents on the other side. Oh my god, that'd be so cute. I was speaking earlier to the apparent... Not really any ghosts in your house, Chris, but I was like, is there any ghosts in here? And I was like, maybe like there's that alternate plane where they think that we're the ghosts and we think that they're the ghosts. And I was like, hello, are you down? What's going on?
Are you down? Are you ready to get down?
Can you hear me?
It's interesting.
Can you hear Fogat?
It's interesting that she saw the two figures in a dream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
That always wigs me out when I hear about like people's like dreams being influenced by a haunting or something like that.
Yeah, nope. You
You ever think that's like a ghost giving you a wet willy? Just like, hey, you want a little ghostly experience? I think it sounds more like
an SD card.
Maybe. I mean,
sorry, just got to install a little.
I mean, it hasn't been disproven.
I mean, this is true.
Don't at me.
All his ads are like Chris Mad Jr. I'll link below. There were a few other minor experiences, but these were the main ones. I would see things move around around the corners. Curtains would flutter on their own with no draft. Hear ghostly voices in the night, but like I said, I never felt threatened. I
am always threatened by ghostly voices in the night.
Yeah.
I don't know many people who are like, oh, do you hear that haunting chorus of ghosts in the night?
I mean, I guess after a while, if nothing happens, it just becomes annoying.
I mean, if they're dropping a sick beat. Like.
But I mean, like, it's like, oh, God, it's scary. It's scary again. Now it's just kind of becoming an inconvenience. Please, it's 3 a.m. I need to sleep.
I have classes.
I have finals.
Oh my gosh. I always felt reverent to the spirits in the house, and sometimes it felt like I was intruding. I think if the story the landlord had told me about the couple was true, they really loved the house and just wanted to stick around longer. I love that. Right? I love that house, and it was like my own. Maybe that's why she showed herself to me that night in the bathroom. Anyways, thanks for anyone who made it through all this. Stay happy and healthy, and remember to respect the ghosts in your apartment. That was so nice.
Wow, that was actually really wholesome.
Right?
Solid advice too.
Right? It's like respect whatever.
Totally
was
true
there
about
before
that.
You.
Before, when she was just staying in there by herself and was like, just, hey, by the way, I'm here. Boop.
Boop. Hello. That was a good one. I liked that
door
one.
wasn't unlocked. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
I'll wait for you to finish.
Let me find those blinds.
We need some light in
wrong
here. That's
room.
like my grandma.
The blinds for a while.
Cats and blinds.
Meow. They were just like, hello, rise and shine. Time to go to work. Oh, man. All right. The next and the final story of our time today is from user Dismal Syllabub. I'm going to say it's Syllabub. And it's entitled, Hide and seek.
How do you pronounce that? I mean, spell that.
I'm assuming syllabub. Syllabub.
Yeah.
Syllabub.
Syllabub. Dismal. We've had some interesting like usernames right on here.
You're right.
That implies
Shout out.
higher grades of syllabub.
Oh my God, is there some type of legion of syllabubs?
Bum, bum, bum. I don't know.
Bub.
All right. My youngest brother is 13 years younger than me. We used to play hide and seek all the time when he was between 2 and 3 years old. I stopped after a weird experience occurred back in 1999.
That was the last time I ever played hide and seek again.
Well, you're in for a treat because you might be right. I was always a nerdy girl and even enjoyed doing homework after school at our dining room table. Every evening, my little brother Eddie would come running from some place in the house and say, "Come find me," then proceed to hide in the same spot every time. That spot was in the living room behind one of those big old school floor speakers. The living room and dining room are separated by a wall, so I'd have to walk around it towards the corner of the living room to quote-unquote find Eddie. I'd be looking around, asking, I wonder where Eddie could be. He's hiding so well. And then I'd jump and yell, "Found you." He'd squeal with delight and run away while I chased him to wherever my parents were to save him.
She knows how to play the game.
She knows. As a nanny, I do this daily. The kids will hide under a blanket or hide behind me after telling me to close my eyes and be like, "All right, come find me." And I'm like, "Wow, where'd Jacob go?" I'm like, "Wow, I can't find you." Anyways, then I'd go back doing homework. Well, except for the last time.
Ominous.
I was sitting doing homework as usual, and Eddie came running up to me. He didn't say anything, but I knew what he wanted. I said, "Oh no, Eddie. Oh no, Eddie is too good at hiding. I don't know if I'll be able to find him this time." I watched him take off around the wall, and I gave him a minute to quote, hide. I put down my pencil and began the routine. I jumped in front of his spot, but the words I was about to utter caught in my throat. The spot was empty.
There was no Eddie.
At that moment, I heard Eddie's giggling coming from my parents' room on the other side of the house. There was no way he could have made it down the hall without me seeing or hearing his footsteps reverberate off the marble flooring. I went over and tried to open my parents' bedroom door, but it was locked. I knocked and waited. My mother opened up a few seconds later and asked why I looked so confused. I asked her if Eddie had just been out in the living room, and she said no.
Where's the boy?
That he'd been in here with her in with her in the room for some time.
Oh God.
I felt like a lead weight dropped into the pit of my stomach. I didn't explain it to my mom at that point. I just asked if I could finish my homework in her room. Eddie didn't act any different, but I refused to play hide and seek with him anymore. Recently it happened again. Sort of. Now I'm 37 with 2 kids of my own. My 7-year-old daughter likes to hide whenever we're visiting grandma and grandpa at the same house. The speakers are gone, and she does change up her hiding spots. However, they're area
getting smarter.
Right. The area where Eddie's hiding spot still works. The difference now is there's a couch to hide behind instead. About a week ago, I walked into my parents' house to pick up my daughter after the visitation with their father. My parents were in their bedroom, but I still have a key, so I let myself in. I assumed she was already there, so when I heard a noise coming from the living room, I figured she was just hiding. I walked in quietly to the living room toward the couch and was about to jump scare her when I hear the front door open. In comes my daughter, all smiles, running to hug me. I looked over and there was no one behind the couch. Definitely didn't mention it to her or anyone until right now. What the heck is going on? That's a big old cup of no thank you.
Oh, no. I'm going to take that no thank you cold.
Which actually reminds me of when we had our friend Kate on episode 4. Her brother saw her walk in and he was on one side of a kitchen island. She was on the other, and she just dropped to the floor and started crawling. And he was like, "What in the fuck?" And he's leaning over to find her, can't see her. It wasn't Kate. Kate was outside helping her dad pack the car, and she came up behind him and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was shit his pants. Her words, you guys can go back and listen. And he was like,
God.
"You were just crawling on the floor." She's like, "I haven't been inside the house. I was outside." So like something literally took her form. And that's what they say. When you have a doppelganger, it takes your form, but it can't mimic your voice, so they don't ever speak. They never say anything because he tried talking to her and she just wasn't responding. And then she just dropped to the floor and started crawling.
I mean, you can only see someone's shape. Yeah. You can't see someone's vocal cords.
That's true. Now,
But I have heard of voices mimicking someone's voice, like a disembodied voice.
Oh, I thought you meant like an impersonator.
No. I mean,
You would think if there's just normal people who can sound like other people.
you think, yeah, ghost be
Yeah.
like, oh, all right, easy.
Now, my thought as soon as she said marble floor, that made me think about that whole like quartz, the whole like thing, like
The energy and everything. Yeah. See, I don't know.
Oh,
What
some sweet, sweet material disrupts and because of like.
But what if she was seeing an echo of her brother?
Oh, like replaying?
Yeah, because I mean, if it does, if some hauntings are like essentially residual from energy stored in like rocks or you know the bedrock below, then it would stand to reason that the person doesn't necessarily have to be dead.
True. It's just captured in that. Ooh.
Yeah.
And like you're in a living room. It's called the living room. There's so much energy always going through it. It's feeding into it.
And especially if this is a regular thing coming into the where she's doing her homework and then running off to go hide in the living room.
Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Kind of like how
Wonder.
like neurons fire and then they keep making the same path and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, but you're just doing that on like a universal scale.
Well, yeah, because if that's a routine, and the theory of like the tape recorder bedrock kind of thing, it holds true, then it would stand that the more you do something, the more that specific action will be somehow imparted into whatever energy storing rocks or sediment.
Oh my gosh. Look at us.
Look at us going on
Wow.
a deep dive.
Scientists. Wow. Look at us. Just kidding.
Now, see, here's the thing. I hear about that all the time. Like someone, for example, saying water has memory. Mm-hmm. And with the example of Zamzam water being from the river of Zamzam as the, no.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm like, pardon?
Yeah. But like, I feel like sometimes it might just, I don't know how to explain it because I can't like.
Well, there is that, I mean, this is one of those things that you see on Facebook and you're just like, that seems like some sort of Rick Lax hoax.
Yeah.
But at least it's in this realm of like water. I forget if he just like the person like spoke nicely to one container of water and then like yelled at another and then left another alone and then like looked at it under a microscope, and apparently the water that was talked to nicely was like still very clean. The one that was like talked to badly was like much more like contaminated. Again,
Like plants. Like I've seen them do this with plants.
yes.
Okay, and I feel like I know what you're talking about. I feel like I've seen this.
Again, I have no. It sounds like
I'm not a
it's
doctor.
Hoopla.
Sounds like a thing.
It sounds like hoopla, but
It does
could be
kind of
real.
sound like hoopla. I'm not. I have to look into that because, to be honest, that sounds cool. But I've also never seen anything on. I've never done a deep dive into energy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to learning about it, but also, you know,
Yeah, if someone
I'm
can
not
show
saying
me
it's definitely true.
a
Yeah.
At all.
blue orb of energy.
A magical blue orb of energy.
Yeah, if
wrapped
someone-
in a Toyota Corolla inside.
Yeah, if someone could show me that, then I would be much more privy to the idea of, things storing it.
We need to call Ellen.
Yeah, she's the only one who could provide us with that.
Oh my gosh.
But
Good Lord.
so, what do you think that's all about?
What do you mean?
I'm pretty taken aback by the whole, like, going to play hide and seek. Then there was
I think it's
nothing
doppelganger.
there.
I think it's a doppelganger. Didn't speak. I don't know. I do like your theory though about the marble and everything, but I don't know. My first reaction is doppelganger, hands down.
I had a nightmare that was sort of like this plot. I mean, I was definitely sure I was dreaming because like I woke up afterwards. But it was like sort of similar to also the other story, or I dreamt. This is in my old house, so like the upstairs is pretty much just like one hallway, just with the bedrooms, and then there was a staircase down. So I remember dreaming, standing in the hallway, and then seeing my mom coming down from the opposite end where the master bedroom was. And then she just kind of, nothing looked weird about her at all. She just walked forward a bit and then just kind of no-clipped through the floor straight down, just like phased
God.
through it. And then I woke up and that was really unsettling.
That is just ripped.
Her hitbox stopped working, and all of a sudden she started.
Collision detection failed, and she just fell through the map.
Holy crap.
That's always so scary. Like, even the idea of that.
Just crying. I'd be like, Mom.
I was not very old. I was pretty shaken by that.
Understandable. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Mom, you fell through the floor.
Yeah, like I had. Imagine trying to articulate that. And I was probably like 7.
Oh my god.
You fell through the floor. It's like it's 3 a.m.
It's like, go to bed.
I believe I had a dream in which you were some type of phantasmagorical being phased through the floor, and I was worried about your well-being.
Yes, I was an eloquent 7-year-old.
Oh my god. I don't like that. I've had a lot of bad dreams lately.
You've been having bad dreams left and right.
Left and right. And I know they're just like anxiety.
It's a stressful time.
But like, right. I know it's just anxiety, but like fucking dreams, man.
Fucking brain
stuff.
Firing off chemicals and whatnot and being all scientific and beautiful.
All that. All that jazz.
So wow, we had some pretty fantastic user stories today, actually.
Right? I was down with these.
I was really down.
Excited.
There was nothing like outrageous. No one's like face exploded into some like Ghost Rider stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. They both seem very like plausible.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's like
similar to stuff I've heard.
That's what I like about the Reddit community. Like this group that I go to and ask people if I could read their encounters. Like it's very clear in the rules. Like, please post real occurrences, like real encounters. I don't want your fiction story. That's for like creepypasta. Like, please post something you really have truly experienced, because so many people have experienced stuff, even if they don't even realize that, like, if they just brush it off. Like, so many people have had experiences. Yeah. And that's the whole point of this podcast. It's hear what everyone's experienced.
Yeah.
Get a little spooky. Get a little creepy. Get
a little...
night. Oh.
Wow. This has been fantastic. And Seltzer, I am so happy that we could bring you in today on such short notice. And I feel like it's been a lot of short notice on this season, if you will.
Yeah, the start of the new year.
Last few episodes, it was like, oh, by the way, look who just walked into the room, and now they're on our podcast.
Yeah, it happens. I went back to work, so it's been a time, but we're getting it out. We're doing it. Here?
Yeah.
We got some cool guests coming up. We got some peoples that we don't even know, but we're making friends.
We're going, and we will do it.
I've reached out from Reddit. I've tapped into TikTok a little bit. Branched out. I don't know words.
No,
words
okay.
escape me. You can catch my drift. Y'all know what's up. But so we're crossing all platforms at this point.
Yeah.
So excited to bring those stories out to y'all.
Multi-threat. This summer.
Coming this summer. Ghosted. Volume 3.
Oh, God.
Seltzer, do you have anything that you want to plug? Have anything going on?
Yeah. Talk about the goods.
Plug. Yeah, I'm in, as well as in a band with Chris, Serious Matters. Check him out, Spotify, wherever you get your music. I'm also, American Stereo is still a band, even though we played 2 shows and then the world closed. And hopefully once all this COVID stuff wraps up, we're in tentative planning phase of recording. Finally, we have an LP's worth of tunes. Actually,
yes.
Yay!
We had to cut a few, so we're gonna have some extra left over too. So more than an LP's worth, but we want to finally get this recorded. Some of these songs we've been sitting on for well over a year. So
I'm not gonna lie, we have both their EP and their CD on repeat in our car.
Constantly.
Truly. It is unfortunate how much we actually listen to this music. So
check it out.
If anything, please just head over to Spotify and...
Oh yeah, our former name, the High School Superstars.
Oh, correct.
The
correct.
You'll find just our LP on Spotify, but if you venture onto Bandcamp, you'll find some other goodies like our all right first EP and
I fucking dug the shit out of it.
a serviceable live soundboard bootleg of a set. Some other goodies like that. But yeah, if you want to just check the LP that we do have, High School Superstars, High School one word on Spotify. And if you like that, you're going to love what we're going to be coming out with, because I feel like it's just a definite progression of everything that was good about that LP, just tighter and more refined.
And more face melty. If you thought you were ready for some riffs, this man is bringing riffs.
It travels from the high, delicate peaks of a piano-driven ballad to the deep, riffy troughs of
ska.
Well, you'll see. It's got it all. Ska, it's got riffs, it's got heart.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. What do we got on our end?
Hello. Okay. If y'all are interested in sharing your encounters or being a guest on the show, you can email us at ghostedwithkristenpage@gmail.com. And then on socials, Ghosted WCP on Instagram and GWCP_podcast on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, boy.
There it is, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you again, Seltzer, for joining us. And
My pleasure.
will see y'all later. Stay spooky.